Today is the official release date of the Frozen Horror in retail, although, as many of you know, it's been available from Amazon.com and possibly other places people have been buying it. I did an unboxing. I know Amalgamash is going to be doing a really cool video shortly, so definitely check him out on YouTube. El Weiler did a really awesome interview, which he posted up on his website. I always forget to plug his stuff, but let me just pull it up. So this is elvyler.com, elvyler.com. So designer dialogue, interview with the designers of HeroQuest, past and present. And he even gives you it's a 9-minute read, and I'm still going to skim it. But yeah, check this out for sure. So he interviewed Doug Hopkins, who of course is a quest writer at Avalon Hill, Hasbro, who has written Forsaken Tunnels of Zorzel, New Beginnings, and he's also did Into the Northlands most recently. And then, of course, Stephen Baker did Prophecy of Telor and Rogar's Hall, and of course, is the old school OG designer for HeroQuest. So I'm really excited to read this. I almost wanted to ask him to narrate it because he's played with us, but I would just say definitely check this out, read it for yourself. Oh, it's a good graphic of the Dread Sorcerer. I'm sure various people will be interested in that graphic. So yeah, I'm jealous. I would love to get my own questions out to these guys. But hey, kudos to you for getting there first. Um, Getting some old school and new school interviews in there. So really awesome. And Chris Nadeau, who is our guy on the inside now, he's talked to a bunch of people. And I think it's really cool that they have those embedded designers in the HeroQuest community, whether it's on Discord, because there's several HeroQuest Discord channels, not just ours, or Facebook or Twitter, uh, or Yield In on the forums, wherever. But yeah, so those guys are going to be at Gen Con. I'm jealous for anybody that's going, but it's too long of a drive. It's too expensive to get a press pass. I just can't make it. If I was local, I'd definitely be there. But everybody's saying that there's going to be big announcements there. Big things are going to be happening. They're going to tell us about probably I'm sure, the next HeroQuest release. We'll probably get details on the Rogue Heir of Elethorn pack. Everybody's speculating, including myself, that the ElfQuest pack, Mage of the Mirror, is going to be the next remake, but we'll hear officially or not what it is. And who knows? Maybe they'll just run down and tell us what the others are going to be. I mean, my thought is they're just going to re-release and remake everything they possibly can from the old catalog. So does that mean Against the Ogre Horde and Wizards of Morkar, maybe with some tweaks like Phoenix did? Um, they're a global company, blah blah blah. Everything Amalgamash said, I agree with there as far as what they could do, what's in their power to do, as long as it all depends. If there's entanglements with other companies, like if they have to talk to Games Workshop to make it happen, like they did with the 2021 re-release. They had to make sure that they weren't including any IP they didn't have access to, like Chaos Warriors or the Old World, that kind of thing. So my dream of Advanced Hero Quest happening probably couldn't happen unless there was some official collaboration, which would be really awesome if they did that, even if it was a one-off for a future release. Release something extra special that had their stamp on it. Because I do have a lot of nostalgia for those old designs, those old characters, and that old lore. Even if you could easily say, Warhammer is its own world, and the HeroQuest world and the Warhammer world are not identical. But when HeroQuest was first created in 1989, it was roughly situated in the third edition of Warhammer Fantasy and Warhammer Fantasy RPG. So you could say there's a lot of inspiration there. A lot of the designs are similar. Like the original elf looks a lot like a wood elf. Chaos Warriors, of course, are there. Slaves of Darkness, Dread Warriors, whatever you want to call them. Fimmers, who later became Abominations. And they have a kind of a complicated history, so I can understand, there's that. Yeah, JP Black, 79, welcome. Yeah, so this is our first actual live stream. So we're actually live on YouTube if you're watching this at almost 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, US. So yeah, Frozen Horror, I had a lot of misgivings about it because without all the errata that Doug Hopkins, addressed, and he may not have been the only one, but I mean, they addressed the issues from 1992 in Into the Northlands. So if you have the Frozen Horror, be sure you go download Into the Northlands from the Hasbro Avalon Hill website. I think it's actually Hasbro Pulse, because they give you a lot of suggestions on how to fix the rules. And the companion app is updated today. So they actually put in, and this was reported by others. Thank you to Leo Leck and there were several other people. There was a bunch of people that reported it. Let me see if I can thank some of them. Things are moving so fast. We've got so many new people. Desian13, Amalgamash, Leo Leck, of course, and Carmine, our man on the inside. Several other people. We're talking about the Yeti hug. So the whole thing about the Yeti hug was, in the 1992 rules, there's no way to get out of it. Another hero has to kill the monster that's grabbing you. But they put something into the app. So if the let's see, enable Yeti hug breaks, there's an option to toggle it on and off. That's great. And in the solo quest, it doesn't affect you at all. But you roll 2 red dice. If you roll a 5 or 6, tap the